from the side. Okay?
Can you give them like a pillow to lay on?
Yeah, I'll show how to bolster. Thank you. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, so we have our clients on our side, and the easiest way, I know when people are supine and when they're prone, they have different views on whether they want to bolster or not. Whenever you have someone on the side, you want to make sure that they're bolstered. It's mostly for their hip stabilization and posture and everything. So what I usually say is have them lay as comfortable as possible, and when you bolster, just stick the bolster between their knees. Okay, so again, you want their hips to stay straight, and you don't want their knees on top of each other because that's not comfortable, and you don't want them torquing their hips either because that's going to put different pressure on different muscles in that area. Okay, so now your client's comfortable. We ask them, are you comfortable? Sometimes if you have a pillow, they can put a pillow under their head. At my office, I have one of those long body pillows that I use for pregnancy, but they can have a part between their knees, and then they can kind of hug apart, and they have a little bit for their head too. So it's a one-stop shop. Okay, so for the psoas work from the side, we've already kind of warmed it up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of expose her a little bit. I'm going to move her tank top up a little too. So we can see here is where she's got a little bit of like a hinge here where her rib cage is. So first you want to get your bearings on palpation wise. And Conrad, if you can come behind me, I'm going to show some things from the back here. Thank you. So first we have the psoas that starts out in the lower lumbar transverse processes of the lumbar vertebrae. So first, I want you guys to palpate for the PSIS, posterior superior iliac spine. So I kind of use my finger, my thumb, and kind of go back. Usually it's pretty prominent. Okay, so it's about right here. Okay, from there, you can springboard up, and then you're on the lumbar vertebrae. So I try to go towards the sides and do little cross fiber. You can see that where my thumbs, I'm just going basically up and down, and I'm trying to go segment by segment. I'm mostly guesstimating because I don't necessarily know where at this point. Okay.
So it's right next to the lumbar vertebra?
Yep, right next to, so we see her spine here, and then we're just going to go right off the side. And you can sometimes feel right on the spine, there's the spinous process, and then if you just fall off the spinous process, you're in what we call that lamina groove, which is the groove in between the spinous and transverse process. So that's kind of where I'm aiming to go. You can go up and down for cross fiber, you can go top and bottom. Okay, but we're just warming up some of those attachments for that psoas muscle as a low back stabilizer. How's it feel, Hal? Good. Good. So again, this isn't luxurious massage work, but it's effective and it's functional. Okay. First thing I'll do from the side here is a nice stretch. Okay. So I kind of come to the front of the table, and I usually like hook in between my legs on the front corner because it gives me a little bit more stabilization when I'm doing a stretch like this. So I'm going to take the heel of my hand and I'm going to feel for the top of that iliac crest, which on Holly you can see very good. Okay, and then I have my heel of my hand there. My other hand is kind of on her rib cage, but I'm not squeezing, I'm not putting a lot of pressure, it's more a brace. Okay, and then I'm going to push straight down on the top of that iliac crest and pull slightly up with my other hand that's on the rib cage. Okay, this is one of those stretches where you might not feel like you're doing very much as a practitioner, but the client is feeling it. Okay, so I come away, and I usually, same thing, do a little bit of jostling, nice things in this area. Okay, so that's the first one. The other one, you're going to come around to the front. So this is the similar one to the one we just did when the client was supine. Okay, the person was supine, so it was a little awkward, and you're going to create that flex in the hip. Okay, similarly, you're going to lift up, grab underneath here with her leg, and I'm going to go in that same little pocket, which when they're from the side, that pocket is a lot easier to get into. Okay, so I can show here. We see her ASIS, and I'm going in that little groove there. And I'm going to say, take a nice deep breath in, Holly. Exhale, and very easily I flex her hip forward. Inhale when you're ready, great. And again, I'm pushing my thumb in. And then as I get in there, I can do, again, some cross fiber with my thumb that's in her psoas. Okay, doing okay? Mm-hmm. After a few breaths, same thing, come out nice and easy. Do a little bit of jostling in this area, even down the side. Okay?